On behalf of the entire Code Enforcement Department, I'm very happy to be able to present to you some innovation that we are piloting in the city of Irving, Texas. We looked at our challenges and we had a lot of challenges, but basically the challenge was the traditional assignment of districts and territories, which limited code officers from doing all of the work that they could do because you're so spread out. It also limited the number of cases that we were able to generate because of travel time, perhaps meetings with residents for complicated cases, and of course re-inspections. Re-inspections was really the big ticket item that limited our productivity. And so I'm not going to go down this entire list of all of our challenges, but I can assure you that they have all been addressed through this innovation. You'll see the results shortly. So the first thing that we did is we went out and benchmarked. Our idea was to not do a traditional territory district assignment. What we wanted to do is address our complaints that come in. We wanted to divide up for proactive cases, and then of course we wanted to address those complicated cases. So territories are gone. There is no north and south. We are very excited about this result, and I will tell you that those that we benchmarked were very excited to hear how we did this. So we divided up into three things. One, the customer response team. They're dedicated resources solely focused on responding to citizen complaints. We are using existing technology in regards to an iPad to map out the route for the person that is going to respond to those complaints. So logistically, we can make the best use of our time and get out to as many of those complaints as possible. We are not doing follow-up inspections except for when it is an abatement type situation or an inquiry, something that's going to produce a bill to the property owner, or we need to provide an extra follow-up. And then lastly, we are doing service calls back to our complainants to let them know that we've received their call and we're on it. Next, we have team operation saturation. This is a portion of our team that is dedicated to going address by address. They are not only looking at code compliant addresses, they're looking at non-compliant addresses as well. Compliant addresses get a thank you door hanger from code enforcement, and those that are not compliant receive a notice letting them know what the condition is and that they need to correct those conditions. Operation First Notice means that no re-inspections will happen except when it is a city abatement type situation or it requires another follow-up or referral to another department. And then the last portion of this is the quality assurance aspect. We're doing monthly sub-district patrols. That's being done by the supervisor that's over this area of the operation to ensure that we have sustainability in these neighborhoods and that the code compliant addresses are still compliant, and those that received a notice took care of the issues that they needed to take care of. Operation Resolve, we have a veteran code officer assigned to these types of cases. They are very elevated, they're complicated cases, they require a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of meetings. That includes illegal land use, zoning issues, buildings without permits, nuisance abatement, all the way up to litigation and multi-department involvement type situations. And this is proven to be very successful very early. Lastly, the measurable preliminary results. Again, I want to emphasize preliminary. These are very, very short time frames that we are measuring because this is so hot off the press. But you can see that we are more than quadrupling the productivity as far as cases worked by individual inspectors, their average cases per day. The total number of cases that we're measuring against this exact time frame last year to this year is phenomenal. You can see that we're up from 631 cases to 3,600. That's because we went by those addresses that are compliant, and we have got a snapshot of those conditions as well. Proactivation of cases, that is almost doubled. And then next day complaint response time, 100% of the cases that are reported, we are going out and investigating the next business day or sooner. Case duration has been reduced from 13 days to 2 days, and we're holding the line on complaints. We're not seeing an increase in complaints, even though we're not necessarily going back and doing a re-inspection on each one of those. the reduction of complaints that we received, that is very telling because that's where we're hearing from our customers. And then the most critical piece of data that we have on this new program is a snapshot of what the neighborhood conditions look like relevant to compliant addresses. And so the Code Enforcement Department has set a goal to make their way out to every single address in the entire city of Irving over the course of a 12-month period. And we'll look forward to seeing what that data produces relevant to the percentage of our city that is in compliance, relevant to the city conditions that are non-compliant. We'll be able to provide that information to City Council over the next 12 months. Lastly, what we would like to do is come back in 3 months and provide you a progress report that would be estimated in about July 2016. We appreciate your time today. Thank you.